Scared. Hi, I'm Alex,
And I'm Nick,
and this is the Gone Fishing Podcast.
the #1 podcast.
Not about fishing.
Enjoy. Oh, fresh
I don't even know what I'm doing.
off. How
Where
do
am
we
I?
do this?
I don't know.
How do we do this?
It's been a long
Dude,
time.
our ratings have dropped.
Really?
Crazy.
We
Yeah,
losing viewers?
I mean, like, people seem to view as we put out.
Yes.
But, the views on the old one. Anyways,
Well, we're back. We had a 3-week break.
good to be here. A lot has happened.
A lot.
Like a ton.
A lot.
I don't even know where to begin.
I think we left. I think everyone knows about a truck. Went against Dave Ramsey.
Dude, we are falling off
Did
the
I?
fucking ship.
And you had a big purchase.
I had a big purchase today.
What'd you buy?
Today.
What'd you buy today?
Bought a motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Yeah. I took
Fuck that truck.
fuck it. I took the advice that I gave to Ale, and I went and
Yep.
I didn't take it for a test ride.
So how do you buy something without driving it?
I mean, it's a fucking motorcycle. You
started
gotta
it
know what
always?
it feels like.
No.
Dude.
Your last one was a 200cc. This is 1100.
Yeah. I don't even know what this thing sounds like.
Does it have pipes on it? Like aftermarket?
Oh yeah, not aftermarket,
Oh, okay.
but it's piped up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got it's like a single pipe comes out to a dual on the side. And I got the fucking saddlebags on it. So I wanted something that I could store shit in because when I go to work,
Yeah.
mainly just going to be using it for commuting, but I am so excited to drive it out, to ride it out here.
Parkway.
Yeah. I'm a
Guy
little
just
nervous.
died. Guy just died in the
He died on the parkway?
Yeah, hit a deer.
No.
Yeah. Those deer, man.
So I heard about that. I didn't realize it was on the parkway.
79 years old.
Fucking A. Do you
Smacked a deer.
think it was his age that killed him in that
No,
scenario?
I saw the tire marks.
Yeah.
So the dead deer's been sitting there since then,
Fuck that
all
dude.
stiff. You can see the skid marks going into. He must have laid it down. He looks like he went into a sign, like into the post of a sign. Probably cut him up pretty good. Internal lacerations. He probably fucked up. Probably died right there.
My God.
I'm just guessing.
Dude.
That's what it looked like.
That scares me even more, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking on the way here, I'm like, I'm probably not gonna ride it. I'll ride it to your house on the parkway, but I probably will ride it home the other way.
Yes, that's how I would do it.
That's my worst fear. And if
Dying?
my worst fear, not dying, hitting a deer,
Yeah.
like in my car. So like,
Hit a deer on a bike.
it's a different story.
I had a coworker years ago. He hit a dog with his bike. Got fucked up pretty good.
Just from a dog.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, it's gonna knock you off the bike. And
Yeah. Yeah, because some of these bikes, like when I was looking at these bikes today, before I even sat on it, I was like, these bikes look kind of heavy.
they are.
They're not.
No.
Not my particular bike's
I don't
not
think
going to be
yours would
heavy.
be. Yeah, pretty.
My
heavy.
last bike was about 350 pounds.
Yeah, little guy.
This bike is
800.
500 something.
That's not bad.
So I
but
sit
still,
on
if you
it.
drop it,
Right, if you
lay
drop
down,
it.
that's gonna be a pain in the ass to get up.
What I'm thinking is like, it's still pretty light. So if you hit something like a dog, you don't have like the weight like of a truck behind it, you know?
No.
So, yeah, it actually makes me even more nervous.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it happened on the parkway.
Yes.
So,
It did.
fuck me.
Then a old coworker of mine, again years ago, she was riding with her husband, and I think the husband went to go past like 2 cars on a double yellow. Another car pulled out in front of him. The husband passed away. I think the coworker might be paralyzed now, and they have 2 kids, and just
Oh my God.
nightmare scenario.
I don't.
But speed was a factor, and as long as you're
Yeah.
riding safe, and I know you gotta watch out for other drivers, but
I want to say that I don't intend to ever put anybody on the back of this bike.
that was my next question. When are you gonna take me for a ride?
You is a different story.
Okay.
I'll take you for a ride around here.
Just fucking big ass dude on the back. 300 pounds.
Dude, like if we do that during a time where there's like people outside,
4th of July.
that's going viral. 4th of July.
A lot of people in the neighborhood then.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good idea. I might have to ride it here on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Put a nice American flag on the back.
You can't really party though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's like my number one rule.
Yeah.
I won't have anything in my system. Anything. Except nicotine. Riding a bike.
But driving a truck.
Different story. I'll
sit
have
under
a
the .08. You know?
I'll have a beer.
I'll sit under .08.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't drink and drive.
Something about like on a motorcycle, you really have to be.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was telling this story today to the guy that I was buying the bike from. We were talking about some shit, and we were talking about. So the bike that I'm buying, because it's a used bike, the previous person, I don't even, dude, it has 800 something miles on it. I don't even know if they fucking ever rode it. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why they even bought the bike.
Yeah,
But
that's
they
probably
got-
why you sold it. Like, oh, I'm not right enough.
They got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like in-ear headphones. With my previous bike, my current helmet that I have headphones installed on the
That's
inside.
cool.
But this bike has a speaker that's mounted to it, so I'm gonna go through there. But he was saying, with the in-ear headphones, you can't hear anything that's going on around you.
Nope.
And I told him about a year and a half ago, I was going through an intersection on Monroe Ave, and I had fucking music pumping, and I wasn't riding very super fast or anything, and I almost got hit by a fire truck.
Yeah.
And that was like a just a small situation that could have been
Bad.
really fucking bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
But back to buying stuff.
Yeah.
Our theory of testing it or going checking it out,
Yeah.
that works every time. 60% of the time works every time.
It
Makes
after-
you want to buy it.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because then you can envision yourself
Yeah.
doing it. I think it's different than like going to the mall
It is
because
a big purchase.
yeah. I've only seen these bikes in person, and I've only seen them online. But like when I've seen them in person, it was someone else's bike, so I'm not just gonna go sit on it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I want that bike. But then when I sat on it, I was like, oh, that's comfortable.
Where are you gonna park it?
What do you mean? As far as like the shed goes?
Yeah, in the shed.
Well, I think I get the shed end of next week.
Okay.
Ironically, so there was 2 numbers we listed, I guess, on the thing when I signed up to buy this shed, and they called Val. None other than Mr. Yoder himself. I'm thinking
they're allowed cell phones.
that's what I'm confused about.
Maybe they borrowed one. Here, brother.
Still, even if I said, "Hey, borrow my truck," they
Yeah.
can't do it. But yeah, so we got a call from the Amish today, and he was just like kind of going over some details on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I should get the shed. I'm hoping the end of next week or the following week, and then I have to install some sort of lean-to, and that's probably where I'm going to park my bike.
Yeah.
Meantime, probably inside.
The house.
No. I'm just going to park it inside the shop. No, I'm going to park it inside the shed, or I'll just have to buy some cover for it
Yeah.
to put over it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I am too.
It's,
Feel a
I,
little guilty, but
I thought it was a little crazy because you haven't talked about getting a bike, and all of a sudden yesterday, like, hey, bro, might get a bike. I was like, whoa, happy Father's Day.
that was today.
That's the day you sent it to me?
Today I sent it to you.
But you sent me yesterday that you're thinking about getting one.
Did I?
I think you texted me yesterday.
No.
We'll fact check you.
Was it me?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a different Nick.
I don't know no one else owns a bike except for our buddy Dylan.
Yeah.
I'll fact check.
And you're my you're kind of like my accountability partner.
I should have said no. Oh yeah, you sent it to me yesterday at 5:50. Bro, I might do it.
Oh yes, that was the bike that I was looking at. That was out
At
in
Maddie's,
Farmington.
yeah.
Yeah.
Val approved.
She did approve. Oh, look at this there's this picture. They had this let's see.
Scout 60. Wow. I think it's gonna rip.
Yeah, it's gonna rip. I think it does like $120.
Oh, that's plenty.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
probably
think you ever
never
do
gonna.
it even, right?
No. What I was telling the guy is I just wanted something. I just wanted something that could get out of the way of people because I felt like my bike was good because I couldn't like haul
Kill
ass.
yourself.
But on the expressway, when you're trying to like,
Yeah.
I'm always looking 5 cars ahead, even when I drive a car. And with the motorcycle, that's good to have that in the back of your mind. But I couldn't like juice it and get up out of the way of people and stuff like that. Merging was in itself was kind of dangerous with that bike because I could only get up to like 65.
Jesus.
So with this bike,
Yeah.
I'll be able to fucking go, which I'm excited about. Well, yeah, there's this sign at the dealership that says your wife called and she said go ahead and buy whatever you want. And there's a Harley Davidson sign that says your wife called and said it was okay. Because the guy was saying that.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
Val's like, I got to get a picture with you. The guy was saying like, yeah, man, you had these guys that come in, they're fucking fully tatted, like they're fucking dressed apart.
It's like you.
They have the deep voice. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna want to look at some bikes. He goes, they'll sit on every fucking bike in here, and when it comes time to like
Gotta call my wife.
crunch numbers, yeah, they're like, yeah, I gotta talk to my wife, and the guy's like, get the fuck out of here.
He must have loved you. So you
Dude.
went in knowing what you wanted, and right? For the
Yeah,
most part.
we walked in. I saw the bikes that I had been looking at online, and he came over. He was like, "What do you? Can I help you?" And I just told him. I said, "Yeah, I've been looking at these bikes online. Kind of been eyeing up the Native American bikes
can
for a
call it that.
while. I can call them Indian.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a brand, right? I don't know.
that's true. When are they going to change it?
I'm surprised they didn't.
I know. So I was looking at those, and what I liked about this guy is if he didn't do what he did, I would have 100% walked out with the initial bike, the bike that I sent
Yeah.
you, fully stripped down, no bags, no none of that shit. And he was like, dude, it's a $500 difference between the two bikes. You're getting a better bike. He goes, they're like the same bike. He goes, it's gonna cost you like way more than 500 if you add this stuff. Mm-hmm. It'll take you nothing if you want to take any of this stuff off that you don't like, you can just take it off.
Yeah.
And he gave me like just a completely different perspective. He even made me sit on a Harley of the same kind of type of
You didn't like
motorcycle. I liked it, but at that point I was sold on all that other stuff. So I was like, yeah, this is like, it still feels nice, but I didn't like the color. It was a red.
Yeah.
I didn't like red. I kind of like the blacked out stuff. The fact that the bike I'm getting has a chrome pipe on it and like has some chrome accents to it is completely different than what I anticipated. I wanted to go blacked out.
Blacked out.
So I might just plasti dip. Can you imagine?
I think it'll look good. Well, I haven't seen it, but that part of it. I think it'll look good having it blacked, and it really, will show having the nice pipes.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I sent you. Oh, I didn't even send you.
You just sent me the front on.
Okay. So there was a picture that I had that I accidentally like fucking deleted and cropped and all that shit. But let me see if I can find the photos that they had online of the bike. Okay.
Let me see this bad boy.
You can scroll to the right.
Wow, that's nice.
Right?
I like it all black and then the pipes like that. That's a good touch. Went a little too far.
Yeah.
Saw a D pick.
It
wasn't yours.
It's not mine. Yeah, I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm excited. Val was like, you know what? She's like, you deserve it. You work hard.
Now she's gonna want something.
I know. Dude, she's off here buying like, I'm buying like this stuff to keep myself occupied and like this fun shit. And she's like, I think I'm gonna like go ahead and buy that that sterilizing machine for work.
Yeah.
That's like $1,200. I'm like, yeah, honey, go ahead, do it. I'm over here buying, $12,000 motorcycle.
Motorcycles.
But she doesn't The only thing she told me, she goes, just don't die. I'm like, I mean, no guarantees.
Yeah. It's
But-
famous last words.
Right. I pointed to the part on my license that says organ donor. I said, well, just so you know, if I do, I'm an organ
I'm
donor.
saving the earth.
I'm going to save the earth. So,
That's awesome.
yeah. So enough about terrible decisions.
Yeah. Oof.
Right?
Talk about terrible decisions. Talk about Israel.
Decisions. Talk
What
about
are you
Israel.
doing? Jeez, can we just get peace for a year?
No, we won't. We can't.
So dumb.
I can't even keep up with any of this, dude.
No.
I don't know what's going on in Russia, Ukraine.
Oh yeah,
I know that,
that's old news.
fucking, there's that. I thought we were like done with the whole Israel-Palestine thing. I thought we were kind of moving forward.
Iran, yeah.
Now it's Iran?
Isn't Iran?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's Iran.
Well, the initial,
We've been, well, not we, but
the
Israel's
initial
been
was,
bombing Iran, their nuclear facilities.
that's what they're doing. Fuck. You see what I mean, dude? I'm all fucking...
I think. Because I saw like a meme, it was like, the war will never stop, it's just the name changes, and it was changing like on a ticker.
Yeah.
And it said Iraq, and the Q was changing to an N for Iran. But it might be, isn't Palestine's, well, I'm going to sound really stupid.
No, go ahead.
Palestine's not a country, is it? I don't even know.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Googling it.
This is bad. We shouldn't be doing a
It is.
podcast.
It is a country.
I'd
Okay.
be pissed.
Yeah, near the Gaza Strip.
Yeah. I think the problem is the line has shifted over time, right? Because what was like Israel, I think all of Israel used to be Palestine.
Yeah, and then
And then
they came in, hey, we're Jews, we need a little spot here in the Holy Land.
Yeah, and I think they were initially like
Nothing wrong
the
with being Jewish.
Palestinians were helping them out and saying, yeah, you can stay here, and like things were good, and then all of a sudden they just like completely took over and pushed them to a point to where they call Gaza the largest, the largest open air prison.
Jeez.
Because no matter which way you go, you can't
get out.
they're not allowed into Israel, which is which would be the best way to go, and then everywhere else is just water. So they're literally just stuck there.
Wow.
But I don't know. But
Crazy.
now inevitably, because of the whole Iran thing, now of course America is going to be on the back of Israel.
We shouldn't be.
But I think we kind of have to, because the whole Netanyahu.
Yeah?
Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Netanyahu. He's got us in his pocket.
There's something that Israel has over us. We may never find out, but we always keep bailing them out.
Yeah.
There's something there.
Yeah. And even enough to where like someone like Trump is sticking to that.
Yeah. Even though he
So-
said he doesn't want more wars. He's, oh yeah, we'll back Israel. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
I'm against it.
That's a really tough one.
Mhm.
I don't even know where the fuck we go from there. I just don't want war, dude. I just want to be done with war. I want to
Yeah.
be done with these like social. I just want to be done with these with like everything. I just want to fucking just exist.
Yeah.
You know, I think most people probably do. But I'm glad that these protests didn't.
Get violent.
Yeah, I think
Go around here at least.
I think for the most part they were good. I mean, I was out and about on Saturday.
Yeah, me too. Hamlin had one. Good
Hamlin
turnout.
had one?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
There's enough people in Hamlin that
Yeah, I guess.
okay.
People like coming out here, it's cheaper taxes, so that's where people go.
Yeah. I think it's good. You know, there's a part of me that when I saw that there was going to be these protests, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. But I have to be honest, like that's part of it. We have to accept that as part of America. When we
Oh, yeah.
accept freedom,
You're right.
and we want freedom, we want that. I think the problem is over the last many years when you look at like like the BLM protests or and all these other different protests that have happened, they usually typically turn violent. And I think that's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
So when I see that we have this like No Kings protest going on all across the country, the first thing I think is we're going to look like LA.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be on fire.
Yeah. But I think usually, and I talked to my sister about this because I live in Oregon, and they've had some the news made it seem like a violent protests years ago, right? Usually it's withheld in a couple blocks. It's not like the whole city.
Right.
I think the news just makes it look bad, but it's just really one little area.
Yeah. You mean like as far as like LA?
Yeah. I don't think LA was like every city block was burning.
No.
And people, protesting. Just a small area. Cops and law enforcement keep it contained to that and let them do what they have to do.
Right.
Get it out of their system.
Get it out of your system.
No, that's a strategy, right? To let them do what they need to do and keep them contained, obviously. And
don't burn the whole city.
Yeah, just burn this part that you live in,
Yeah. So I think as far as that goes, I just want to, say for any of the people on that side of things that went to these protests, that support these protests, I want to say appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for...
We can see another side.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought you guys were all bad by any means. I know the media blows out of proportion, but I think you guys did a good job. You got your message out there, and it was kept peaceful, which I appreciate.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Absolutely.
Something else I want to say about it. Oh, you see the pictures of this guy? It's so ironic. He's on a dirt bike with a Mexican flag. Mm-hmm. So he's flying his Mexican flag, protesting, sending people back to Mexico in America. Why are you flying a flag that you don't want people to be of a country you don't want people to be sent back to? I thought that was pretty ironic.
That seems to be a pretty popular talking point these days with that, because you see people flying flags of their country of origin.
Yeah.
But in America.
But you don't want to send your people back to that country.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's explore this. Let's explore this, because I see the same thing with maybe this is different. I don't want to talk out of hand here, but people who are Puerto Rican, they're very prideful about being Puerto Rican. You can see it.
Yeah.
Because in their car, they'll have...
Oh, yeah.
It'll say Puerto Rico on it.
Yeah.
Or it'll have something dangling that says Puerto Rico. It'll have the Puerto Rican flag. And then typically there's a pair of boxing gloves there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can have pride in your culture, but also understand that where you came from doesn't have the opportunities that you want to have, perhaps.
Yeah.
I feel like we can maybe see both sides there.
Yep.
But there's something about when you're protesting, right? If you're just like an individual from a different country that's being prideful, but you live in America, it's one thing, right? But when you're protesting, it just looks a little bit different, right?
Yeah, it's funny too, because you see when, I'm not sure if every Italian this way, but
they are.
My wife, she's first generation in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
And when her grandparents were still around, things like that, they would have American flags. They were proud to be an American, and you would never see an Italian flag.
Yeah.
Fly in their front yard, or even if they were treated badly, because Italian Americans used to be treated pretty badly.
Yeah.
The whole Ellis Island times, same thing with Irish Americans,
which is crazy.
They would be proud to be American.
Yeah.
So just seeing that change, where oh no, I'm still gonna fly my flag while I'm protesting people being sent back.
Yeah, we've in a way we've gone.
It's just hard for me to understand that part.
We've gone the other way.
Yeah. I think that's what makes us so great, is how our culture is so mixed up with different countries, right? And we got a great mix.
Yeah.
I can go and get good food from this place, go see a Puerto Rican fest or another festival for another country, Ukraine fest.
Yeah. Macedonian fest,
yeah.
Greek fest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I can experience all that, and it's great, having all that mixed up in one melting pot.
Do you think that's where people are coming from, trying to get into the minds of people who would go to these types of protests against illegal immigration, or against deportation and stuff? do you think from their minds, from their perspective, they're thinking, well, we were built on immigration, and the fact that America is a melting pot is one of the great things about it. Do you think they're in their minds they're kind of like bypassing the fact that there are illegal immigrants, and they're thinking these are what make America what it is.
Yeah.
We should continue. We should keep that, and we should allow it. Do you think that's where they're coming from?
Could be. Why? Yeah, I guess it could be.
They're not thinking because there's something that's allowing them to bypass the fact that what people are doing is illegal, right? The first thing that they're doing when they enter this country is doing something illegal.
Yeah,
to
they're
get
not
here.
waiting their time. Yeah, their turn.
Right.
Or paying their way. Yeah.
And there's many people that I've met. Let's say in this last year, I probably met, let's say to be safe, like 10 people at least, who are in the process of becoming legal, who just became legalized, or just got here and are in school. In the future, after school and whatnot, they'll go through that route.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of people that are going the right way about it to do it. So what am I missing here about the people that are coming illegally? Because it's got to be, it's going to take longer to do it the legal way, but you're going to have more resources to you if you do it the right way.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to go to school and you're going to be able to work here while you're in process of all that.
Yeah, and then pay taxes into the system and make a better town and city.
Yeah. All these fucking arguments.
Yeah.
I just don't illegal immigrants pay. It was like some number like let's say $5.5 billion of taxes in the year 2024, and you got these people these large corporations that are not paying enough taxes. So I'm like, I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Dude, sure, like percentage wise, maybe we're off, right? But corporations are still responsible for. It was some crazy number. It was like 500 and something billion dollars.
I know. Yeah.
And then payroll tax was like 1.2 trillion.
Yep.
So you can't even. So you're telling me because illegal immigrants are paying taxes, that it's okay that they're illegal?
Yeah.
I'm glad they're doing their part, but you still have to go about it the right way.
Yeah.
Like,
pay the same taxes I'm paying.
Yeah, and you're going to be better off if you're legal here. You're going to have more stuff available to you if you are legal.
That's why I feel we should have. I've been saying. I probably said this before, but we have like an Ellis Island down on the south border type style where you come in, you pay your fee, instead of paying the cartels across. You give that money to us.
Yeah.
And then you get like a tax ID card and you get checkups like every couple of years, make sure you're still paying, income tax, things like that. Mm-hmm. And then, you're good. You can work, you can be out in the open, get a driver's license. And that way we can make some revenue off this. We have a huge money-making opportunity by taking that money out of the cartel's pockets. Just like how we legalized weed, right? Marijuana, it probably crushed the cartels. They had to bring all their operations into the U.S.
Yeah. Because they're using people who want to get to the States to have a better life, and they're using them to transport drugs. Those people probably didn't wake up and think, I want to be a drug dealer.
Yeah.
It's probably like they're doing whatever they can to get over here.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times people aren't, when you're crossing border, small percentage of people are smuggling drugs in.
Right.
The mules, they would call it. It's the other people coming across just in groups or in their families. That's a huge money make. Instead of cartels getting $2,000 a person across, why can't we get that?
Yeah.
As when I say we, the country.
Right.
That would help some of the shortfalls we have in our budget.
I agree. Do you think like one of the biggest things we're missing is something like an Ellis Island?
Yeah. Why don't we do that? It worked in New York with all the immigrants from Europe.
Yeah.
For the most part. I'm sure people still came across illegally.
Sure.
But a lot of people came in the right way.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say the right way, right? But came in the legal way.
I would
and paid their dues, came in. And that way you can do a proper record check, make sure they're Not saying everyone crossing's a terrorist. There are some, and everyone's a criminal, like a true violent criminal.
Right.
I know people say, well, they're criminals because they're crossing illegally. Yeah, it's like a speeding ticket.
I agree. Because what happens to them if they get caught?
They basically get a hearing, and then, well, back in the day during the Obama administration, they would get a hearing, and I think they do that now. But yeah, you get your hearing and get your due process.
But you go back, right? Ultimately, you get sent back.
Depends. If you got like people that live here, there's you could plead your case.
Right.
But yeah, instead of tying up that court system, spend money on Border Patrol, put that money into a couple big processing facilities and have them pay their way.
So,
And that's going to hurt the cartels,
which is a win.
who've been killing and crushing Mexico. It might make Mexico a better place if some of these cartels start, thinking, hey, I can't make money illegally anymore.
Right. We have to make it like less profitable for them.
Yes. That's what they kind of did with the marijuana trade, legalizing it. Well, I guess it's not legal federally, but making it legal in a lot of the states now, that's got to be crushing their business.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see.
I mean, it'll just pivot. They'll figure out something else.
Yeah, the big thing now is so they're making fentanyl in Mexico now. So
Yeah.
what China has been doing, because they don't make the fentanyl, so hey, they put like, our hands are clean of this. They make the precursors to make fentanyl, which I think Kash Patel talked about.
Yeah.
But what they do is they make all the
Yeah.
China and some other countries, they make ingredients basically
Yes.
that
are
when combined all together makes fentanyl. So
right.
they're making a shit ton of money off Mexico or the cartels, and then they make the fentanyl in the U.S. or Mexico, and then bring it right up here, and it's killing our youth.
He also mentioned Canada in that talk too.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that people were talking about who were opposed to the thing that Trump said about how fentanyl coming through the Canadian border,
Yep.
all this stuff, I think there was a big portion of that was incorrect. There's less than 2% of fentanyl that's actually coming over the border into the States. But one good point that Kash Patel brought up was the fact that I think some of the combining of those individual ingredients to make fentanyl is happening in Canada.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
We gotta stop that. Yep.
we got to stop that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's the same thing too. Like they say only 2%'s crossing. They're probably catching, 20% of that. That's
Sure.
crossing. There's probably another 80%. That's the same thing with marijuana back then. That's how we kind of calculate it. Like if we're getting like 2,000 pounds, we would just miss about probably 10,000 pounds crossing somewhere because it's so vast, the borders.
so you kind of account for a number that you can't
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
tell what it
Yeah.
is.
Same thing with people crossing, right? Like, well, we might catch in a given night, 1,000 people.
Right.
I say catch, but detain
Right.
1,000 people. There's probably another 2,000 to 3,000 that cross that night, and we didn't catch.
There's
Or
always,
once again, detain.
always
It's not catching. It's not like an animal, but
right. Do you
back
lock them
then-
up in cages?
yeah, there was cages back then. It was Obama. who
Yeah.
built- yeah.
Yeah, I just want to get that clear. He was the one that started the cages. right?
No, it's been that way forever.
Just always how it's been. But optics.
I mean, like
right?
yeah. I mean, we would have our facility was pretty brand new when I was down there,
yeah.
and I think the max holding. I was like 300 people in our cells.
Oh my God.
We would have
You could catch that in a night.
We would have 1,000, maybe 2,000 people at a time in that facility.
That's insane.
We had like a
That's
sally port, which is like
insane.
a big garage. You drive your buses in and close the door so people can't run away. We'd have them in there, and they're just sitting, line up, probably 200 people. Just if they wanted to, there's only like 4 or 5 Border Patrol agents sitting in that sally port.
They could-
against like 200, 300 people.
Yeah, they're fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
They
no,
could walk
nothing ever
right in.
happened. They never had like uprising, and we
Yeah.
couldn't have any other weapons. I think all you think you really could carry is your baton.
Really?
Yeah.
You can have weapons?
Your gun had to be locked up when you're going in there, and
Because of how many people?
yeah, if someone grabbed it or something, or you're trying to fight
Wow.
you for it. So pretty much just a baton, and that's it. We had pepper ball guns too we could deploy, but
Right. But they like spicy stuff. So,
But nothing bad ever happened. People always fell in line. There's a few, right? And we would know right away. Like MS-13 guys.
Yeah.
That's how tatted up you are. What kind of gang affiliations and things
they were
like
just
that.
ready for it.
Yeah, they would just stare you down the whole time. Not even blink. You walk by and they're just like staring at you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question because there's something about what we're talking about, but there's a topic that always comes up with this immigration stuff, and one of the things that people have been talking about is how the Trump administration has been bypassing the whole due process. How do you? What's your opinion on that? You might know a little bit, much more than what I know about that.
I don't. Are they? I don't even know. I haven't read into that. Are they taking away due process?
Maybe that's what the optics
Yeah.
are. Maybe that's what the news outlets are reporting.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that seems to be a talking point for the left wing people.
Yeah.
Is that they're completely bypassing due process and they're just shipping people. They're sending people back. That's what they're saying.
Do they know
They're
immigration law?
They're capturing them and they're sending them back.
Do they know immigration law?
I want to say most likely not,
Yeah.
but I also do not know immigration law.
Yeah. So I think, well, it might change, but I doubt it. 'Cause it takes forever to change the laws. When we used to have people we'd catch, once again, detained from Mexico,
However you want to say
they
it.
would probably back over border within 4 or 5 hours. We'd send them back.
Okay.
We used to have practices where we would fly, depending on who it is, we would fly them to another part of Mexico to kind of deter them. So
Okay.
let's say let's say you're from New York, you get caught in Canada. Canada would fly you to like Seattle or to like California. I'd be like, okay, good luck. Here you are, some foreign area of the country, and
Oh my god.
good luck.
So
So
I'd have to get all the way back to New York.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so kind of deter you. I'm not gonna do that again.
I'd probably just go into Mexico.
yeah. But as scale, trying to put that in perspective, like where we would send people to Mexico. Like if you're from like a certain city, you'd be sent far away. From
Wow.
where you're from.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. But that once again, that was under the Obama administration.
Yeah.
As a deterrence measure. So
Wow. That's wild.
yeah.
So from your perspective, what you know at this very point, you would say due process is happening, but we're
Yeah, I'd have to read more into it.
yeah.
So yeah, I haven't read into that.
It's hard because there's definitely some extreme people on the right who are kind of like that. Also, don't know
The law.
The law.
Yeah.
And they're just like, fuck them. They're coming over here illegal. Send them right back.
Yeah.
And I do agree that there should be a process because, like you were kind of explaining under the Obama administration, if people were going, let's say they go through due process and everything, and they find out, okay, they do have family here, maybe their kids are here. These people were just trying to get here to make an honest living and be good people. I do believe those people should stay in the States.
I agree.
And likewise, if they find out that these people are here for bad intentions, get out.
Yeah.
You know, like with
Yeah.
anything.
If you have if you're a violent criminal, have a history of being violent, yeah, get your ass out of there.
It seems pretty
But people,
simple.
I remember someone tried to fight me on this. Well, there's violent people in America. Should we kick them out too? I'm like, no, we lock them up. But if there's a violent person and let's say from not supposed to be in this country, and then God forbid, let's say they get in a DWI and kill an innocent family or something like that, which has happened in New York.
Yeah.
and I'm sure everywhere. If that person was never in the country, that would never happen for the most part. I know people still drink and drive in America that are Americans,
Yeah.
but that would never happen. Or what's that one girl that got killed? Not Riley Gaines. That's someone else.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
Lake and
like
Riley.
in Georgia. So yeah, something like that,
Yeah.
right? If that guy was never here, she would still be alive today. For the most part, be alive today.
Yeah.
So that stuff like that, like I wish we could go after those type of people.
Yeah.
They have that history or tendencies to be violent or take advantage of people.
It hits harder when it's illegal. I don't know why, but it does. It's like if you I don't know, man. Maybe this is a terrible comparison, but if you were having a party
Yep.
and out of all the people you invited, there's one individual who shows up. Maybe somebody else brings them, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't invite this person. And that person ends up being a complete asshole, getting way too hammered, breaking shit, really just fucking the party up.
Yeah.
That's going to stand out a lot more than if somebody who you did invite, who was supposed to be there, was being an idiot.
Yeah.
Still both bad situations, but it sticks out more. It's like, dude, you weren't even invited here and you're being an asshole?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
yeah, who knows what the right answer is? I think immigrants have a great need to be here.
absolutely.
They they affect our economy. They fill jobs that can't be filled, and like I notice a lot of people that immigrate in the country now go to roofing.
Yeah.
Great roofers.
Dude, I saw him on the roof behind me.
Yeah, one job I don't want to do.
No, dude. They were just hauling the shingles up there, and they were working. That's what we want.
Yeah.
I think the perception is that people who support somebody like Trump believes all the rhetoric, and if you talk to people like me, people like you, probably a mass majority of the people that have voted for Trump, they're probably pretty balanced individuals.
Yeah.
The I don't know, it's like the perception is that we hate immigrants. We don't want any of them.
Yeah.
We hate Mexicans. We hate all of them. And it's like, no, dude, a lot of us are right in the middle with everything.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate for immigrants. My wife is here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Many clients that I've met are from different countries, and I love hearing their perspective of like where they came from, how they think of things. There's a huge plus to having them, but there's another side to it,
Yeah.
And I feel very comfortable in the things that I believe these days.
Me too.
And yeah.
My biggest belief is stay out of the way.
I just want to say,
There's nothing I can do that's going to change anything.
yeah.
So as long as we're treating people with respect,
That's all you could do.
be a good neighbor. That's all you can do.
I agree. That's where we should like set the standard. Just be a good neighbor.
Unless you're a pedophile, that's one group of people. Pedophiles, child trafficking or sex trafficking people. They have a special spot in my heart.
Yeah.
Of hate.
Yeah.
Just you can't do that to a kid, especially being a father now. Yeah, I can't believe people do this.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
When you become a parent, you're like, I gotta protect my kids.
Yeah.
At all costs, and give them all the knowledge you could possibly give them to avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Fuck me, dude. I don't. I hope I never have to deal with that. Ever.
Be a bad day for whoever takes my kid.
Yeah. Something that changes in you when you have kids. You're like, I would literally do anything for these kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like Donnie does soccer now, right? I saw a kid push him over.
Oh,
he was a little bit older, dude. I was seeing red. I didn't do anything, but I was just like, fuck, dude. I'm like, get him, Donnie, get him. He was angry, so he went after him, pushed him over.
You're talking to the kid. You're like, I'll see you in the fucking parking lot.
Let's go, kid.
Let's go. You run onto the field, tackle him.
But yeah, you see stuff, right? It could be totally harmless, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
My kid.
Yeah, because kids are assholes, man.
Yeah.
They have these emotions that they don't understand how to control.
Yeah.
We think of it as adults. There's adults, people our age, that they can't control their emotions.
Yeah.
That's got them out there burning cop cars and lighting shit on fire and stuff like that, storming the Capitol.
Has that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. Has that ever fixed anything?
What's that?
Burning stuff down, and has it like, you know what? As a governor, I'm going to make these changes.
No.
No. Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Just curious.
You know what it does? Is it makes people feel...
Makes it even harder for change, right? Because it pits two sides against each other.
Yeah, because people push harder.
Yeah.
You know, when people post crazy shit on, I noticed, I don't know about how yours is, but I noticed on my TikTok, everything is, it's all politics.
Yeah.
So I don't go on there that much.
Yeah, me either.
But when people say shit like, where are all the Trump supporters now? You guys being quiet now? What's going on now? Blah, blah, blah.
No,
And
we
it's
got
like,
what we wanted.
yeah, it's just like, oh, aren't you glad you voted for this? Now look at what's happening. And it's like, I don't, first off, I don't see all the shit you're talking about that's happening.
No.
I think things seem to be cool, calm, and collect.
Yeah.
Chaotic, but chaotic on the basis of how the opposition is reacting.
Yeah.
The chaos isn't coming from the right. Mm-hmm. The chaos is coming from.
But maybe we don't see that. Maybe there is
creative.
protests. I know January 6th, that was something.
Yeah.
The Capitol erection. That was pretty extreme.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think anything burned anything.
No.
You just broke into a public building that you should be able to go into, that your taxes paid for.
And if you look at, this is a tough one, right? Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't say like, yeah, we should totally,
No, yeah,
do that.
Don't do that.
And but I will also tell you that it was never something that Trump told people to do. He said we're going to march to the Capitol and we're going to protest. We're going to peacefully protest.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
It's what he never said go inside. So the people that decided to go inside, that was on their own accord, but they didn't destroy anything. I mean, all the footage that they've now released that was not initially shown was the Capitol Police escorting people around the Capitol and people just in there taking pictures.
I think I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback it,
Let's do it.
but I think Capitol Police thought, hey, we're outnumbered severely.
Yeah.
So let's just try to. It's just like how they allow protesters to protest. Let's just contain it.
Yeah.
And if we try to force our hand here, we're gonna be overran. Because I think they would have been.
Yeah.
They
for
definitely
sure.
weren't. It's weird because how they weren't ready for this. I know they tried to get National Guard support beforehand, but everything was turned down, turned away.
Yes.
And you just want a Capitol Police force to handle a large influx of people like that.
That was
I think that was a bad move.
That was a terrible move. And I even think at some point on video, Pelosi was like, we should have had the National Guard here.
But I think she turned it down originally.
She originally turned it down.
So I think Trump asked for it. Or say, hey, we got this. Let's get some people in.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. This could be just what I'm reading. But
there's no...
maybe two sides of that.
There's no, I think, right or wrong. But I will say, the one thing I can at least appreciate about people on the right is when they have an issue with the government, they take it to the government. When people on the left have an issue with the government and what's going on, they take it to their own streets and they burn them down. And they...
Yeah, how come they never go to any rich neighborhoods?
I don't know. I mean, city centers just seem to be the place to do it. And I'm not saying all of them. I think people legitimately go to these protests and these things to be peaceful, but there's always people that are not.
Yeah.
And that for sure makes the whole thing look bad.
Yeah.
But we've seen it happen a lot over the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's a good point. When we have like Second Amendment right issues, people go to the New York State Capitol.
You have to go to the Capitol.
And they're peacefully protesting, and
yeah,
they're not,
if you have
crazy.
If you have an issue with the 2024 election, which they do, because of one town in, what is it, Rockland, or there's a town in New York, that could sway the whole thing, and so there's a bunch of people on TikTok saying like, oh, they're disputing. That, and there was a miscount, and there was like tampered. There's evidence
for the
of
presidential election.
Tamper for the presidential election.
But that wouldn't have swayed things.
They're saying it would.
How?
I don't know.
New York State went blue.
I don't fucking know, Al. I really don't.
A Republican's never going to win New York.
No. But we won this town.
That doesn't mean a thing.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I really don't. But there's people on there, they're like, oh, just wait, because they think and I didn't know this either how this works, but let's say they were right in some form or fashion. They do a recount. They realize there was some tampering that was done. The election has already been certified, so it's done and over with.
Yeah.
They're not gonna remove
Yeah.
him and then appoint Harris. It's just not gonna work that way. And I don't think people realize that.
No. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Crazy.
We live in a crazy world.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the ride.
I'm here for the ride. You know what I really
here
want to
for it.
have? We got to free P Diddy.
Free. I mean, the guy looks like he's having a blast riding motorcycles in jail.
Because before he was locked up, we're having UFOs come in. We're having everything going on. And then they lock him up. No more UFOs.
Yeah.
There's got to be something connected. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Is P Diddy an alien?
He could be.
You think that was really him riding a motorcycle or a little pit bike in the jail?
I don't know. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Really hard to tell.
When you got money, you know, I guess you can do anything you want.
Yeah. I do know we haven't heard. You really kind of have to look for it to see anything about the whole Luigi Mangione thing.
Yeah, that's...
What's going on with that, dude?
Yeah, is he going to jail or what? Or prison?
I mean, he's in there, but I don't know if he's going to be
getting convicted.
I don't know. All I know is dude has a lot of fans. He's a good-looking guy. That helps, right?
Yeah.
But he's just
going against, was it a pharmacy guy or pharmaceutical guy he shot? Or is that health insurance?
Yeah,
and everyone hates health insurance. I don't know one person to say, oh, I'm so glad I paid this much, and then I have to pay extra to get my deductible.
So who's going to be the jury?
Yeah. That's going to be tough.
That's going to be really tough. And maybe that's what they're struggling with, but a case like that could just take a long time, and we may not see that guy get prosecuted or let off for another year or 2 years. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. What's going to happen with that?
But he seems to be pretty settled with whatever happens. Like, he did it for a cause.
Did he do it, though? How can you tell me he did it when you can't see his face? What evidence is there?
I mean, that's...
Did he have the gun on him? I think he did.
That's a good point.
That's a dumb move.
Well, that's another, conspiracy. Yeah, I don't know, because his lawyer's probably telling him just not say anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I know he's just reading fan mail every day.
Fuck. It's crazy times.
Yeah. But especially crazy when someone like that he's a hero.
People are looking at him as a
People are looking at him as a hero. And that's weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah. But the healthcare companies really do screw people over.
Yeah, absolutely. I was having this conversation with one of my clients. They're a doctor. Technically, they're a doctor, and
Technically,
I don't know how to say this. They went to school, went to med school, became a doctor. I think they were like a pediatrician, or they were a primary family health doctor or whatever. And they ended up getting out of practicing medicine and got into acupuncture. And this is the perfect person I wanted to ask this question, because I started recently going to a chiropractor because I've been having some issues.
Yeah.
And I said, where do you think the disconnect happens between Western medicine not recognizing like chiropractors and acupuncture and stuff like that? Like, there's this, it's almost like when you talk to people who are balls deep in medicine, who are doctors, surgeons, whatever, they seem to kind of scoff at the idea that you may be going to a chiropractor. And I'm like, where did this disconnect happen? Why can't both exist?
Yeah.
I've been having issues where in my neck and my back, I can't fully turn my neck.
You're going to be riding a motorcycle.
And I'm going to be riding a motorcycle.
That's going to help.
I'm a lot better now.
Okay.
But I'm thinking to myself, if I have these issues, how would it play out if I went to the doctor's office? They're going to give me what? Muscle relaxers?
Muscle relaxer,
PT?
Oxy. Yep.
And then what?
Surgery.
Maybe surgery in the future. But I go to a chiropractor, they got apples, they got a bowl of fruit that you can pick from.
Super healthy.
Super
I've never
healthy.
seen an unhealthy chiropractor.
Never.
I've seen a
Well,
lot of unhealthy doctors.
tons of unhealthy doctors. And then they got
But
this.
every chiropractor I've ever been to, super in shape.
Yeah, I think you got to be when you're like.
My doctor now, she's in shape, my primary. But like the sleep doctors I go to, holy shit. I
They
know
look-
I'm out of shape too, but you're a doctor.
It's like, it's like flashback to gym class in high
Yeah.
school.
Oh yeah, the PE teachers.
Telling me I got to run a mile.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, why
Or
don't you run,
remember the pacer test?
why don't you run a mile? I do remember the pacer
Dude,
test.
horrible. Make kids do that.
I know.
So much anxiety. The boop.
So much anxiety. Why were we doing that?
No. Just let's play games. Play some floor hockey. Play some kickball. Dodgeball.
Why do I got to take these tests?
Yeah.
Why do you have to prove that I can run a mile in under 45 minutes?
I used to
However
walk
long
it.
class was.
I think I used to walk it.
Did you?
I can't remember. And I was super in shape back then. Like, playing sports every season. And
Yeah. Did you
I don't know,
just
maybe
Did you
I milked it probably. I probably ran by milked it.
Did you milk it because you knew you had basketball practice after?
No, I thought it was stupid that we had to run, being forced to run a mile. And you want me to time it?
Yeah.
This
You
is,
you just had to do it within the period of class, which was
Yeah.
45
minutes.
45
probably,
minutes.
yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, the standards are just different.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also had a like a water filtration machine that had a big, the big I don't know how many gallons that is, but that big fucking
Oh yeah.
thing of water underneath, and it mixed in with it. They had these this concentrated mushroom
Yeah.
stuff, which
Good
was
stuff.
like chaga mushroom. I'm like, dude, you don't see any of that in a doctor's office.
Nope.
You know what you see when you go to my doctor's office, because it's a whole building? You see vending machines spread out through the whole
Yeah,
thing
that's true.
with snacks,
Mm-hmm.
energy drinks, soda, 1 or 2 spots for regular water. We're backwards.
Yeah.
We're all backwards here.
Yeah, I know with sugar, right? They always said like red meats and cholesterol was like the leading cause of like heart disease,
Yeah.
but it's sugar.
It's sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing how like the sugar industry would pay off on studies and showing that sugar's good, and now it's like you shouldn't have it at all.
That's crazy.
Leads to a lot of health issues. I eat a lot of sugar still, but
Yeah.
I probably should cut down.
It's like really the bread and the candy, like natural sugars that come in fruit, I think is fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can for sure eat too many apples.
yeah,
If you
moderation.
Yeah,
but if you're
everything
eating,
moderation.
a donut,
God.
M&Ms.
Those donuts on the day
Hostess.
that we were at my house, though, doing the garage.
That was perfect.
My God, Dirty Dan came through. He came through with those donuts.
Your dad's a hero. National treasure.
he
You gotta
is.
protect the guy at all costs.
I know. I hope to be a quarter of the man that guy is.
You are. You're definitely at least 3/4 right now.
That's right.
You're evolving.
That's right.
You just need to get a haircut like him.
Not
and a little
gonna
more
happen.
gray. A little
Not
more
gonna
gray.
happen.
You're not gonna be like Dan.
I'm not gonna get a haircut.
You need a mullet now. Now you got a bike.
I know, right? Just flowing out the back.
Yeah.
Just
Is your helmet full face, or are you gonna have open face helmet?
it's
Little-
full face.
Brain bucket. Okay.
No, I wouldn't. I can't imagine, dude. I mean, I've ridden down the street, my street at like 30 miles an hour with no helmet on. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Even with glasses, like the last thing. What I think about is if you're riding with one of those little, what do you call them? What did you say?
Brain bucket.
Brain buckets. If I'm riding down the expressway with one of those, and for whatever reason the fucking rock kicks up, I'm
yeah, I
losing
didn't
my
think about-
teeth,
I didn't
dude.
think about or bugs too.
Or bugs.
Yeah, that'd be gross.
Yeah, I have a helmet for my last bike I'm keeping.
Yeah, I plan on getting a bike, but I want to wait for the kids to be grown up. My plan is retire, get a RV that's like a toy hauler RVs.
Yeah.
The back door, and you can.
Oh, yeah.
I want to put 2 bikes in there for Sarah and I. Let's go out west.
Like when you say bikes, you mean
Bike.
like a hog
A hog.
motorcycle? Would she ride?
I'm sure she will.
Yeah,
I think it'd be fun.
that would be really fun.
Like out in Arizona, Utah, New Mexico,
Utah.
North Dakota,
Just
Iowa.
freaking road trip it.
Yeah.
I lied to my insurance earlier. They're like, are you just using this for pleasure, for commuting? I said, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm not taking any road trips with this. Dude, I'm taking a road trip.
Let's go.
I'm going from here to Cali on that bike.
Really?
Nobody knows. No, probably not.
It'd take forever.
It would take a long time.
Yeah, a couple days.
I mean, I got the saddlebags. I'll put a little freaking little camper in there. A little
Come up to. Well, we're going to Old Forge this weekend. Come up
Pitch a
to
tent.
Racket Lake with us. On your
Racket
bike.
Lake. That'd be fun.
The only thing is you need a camper.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to go on a camping trip with you guys this year. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. The family sitch, because now with my sleep apnea that I have, I have to, because the one bed we usually sleep in, I'm gonna just sleep in the one you guys sleep in, and Sarah will sleep, because I have to have a place to plug into the machine.
That's right. That's right. So since we haven't had the podcast, you've gotten your results back.
I have severe sleep apnea.
Really?
Severe. So normal sleep apnea, they call it AHA. It's like an index. I forgot the AH means, but it's an index, right? How many events you have an hour. Severe is like 20 to 30 events an hour. I had 87 an hour.
Wow.
I stopped breathing 87 times an hour on average.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So you've been sleeping pretty good with this machine?
Yeah, it's great. I might have like 5 to 10 events now. I think they need to up my pressure a little bit. Which I can do. I'm at about 4, I don't know the exact measurements, like 4 PSI.
Right.
They need to up me up to like 5 or 6. Wow. We'll see though.
How does that work? Can you do that on the machine?
I can't, but my doctor can do it. They have to prescribe it, and then the CPAP place can like remote into it because it's all connected to 5G. So they can see every night how I'm sleeping and making sure I'm using it, because
That's fucking
insurance
insane.
will drop or won't pay for it if I'm not using it. For the first 30 days, they want to see you do it 21 days out of the 30 days for 4 hours or more. Or they drop you. Or not drop you, but they make you pay for the machine.
Holy
Like
shit.
full. They won't cover it.
So, but you're basically like renting that machine.
Rent to own. They wouldn't let me, like, can I just buy it? 'Cause it's like $1,000. And they're like, oh no, we got we're gonna set you up with auto pay. And like, no, can I just buy it? Or because I hate being auto pay. I
Yeah.
want people having control of my account.
Yeah.
Like, no, maybe like after a year, then you can pay it off and get off auto pay. Like, fuck, because they send you supplies and everything you need.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be a lot because I hit my deductible already. So I think insurance is gonna cover a lot of that. But yeah, it's like $18 a month.
So the insurance isn't paying for the machine itself, or they are.
Yeah, they are a large chunk of it. Yeah.
But what's left to you is $1,000.
Yeah, and it's like $18 a month for forever. And then the
Gotcha.
supplies and masks. You gotta get new masks, new air tubes.
Yeah.
This air tube they have on this thing, it's freaking heated. It's like got a coil on it. Because you don't want to be breathing in cold air because you'll have respiratory issues, they said. So it's heated up, and it helps with the condensation too. So you're breathing like 80-degree air coming in. It's nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Or you can up that if you want higher.
That's wild.
Or drop it down.
That's wild that they can just like
Yeah.
they have to prescribe you like higher flow
pressures,
or whatever.
flow. Yeah. You take that thing off, and you can hear it's like. Because I take it off, because it knows when it's connected. Because I'll turn it on, right, and I'll strap myself up,
Right.
put it on, and then I take like one breath, and it kicks on. Then I take it off. I'll run for like a second or two with it off, and then it'll kick off.
So it just comes on by itself.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what my dad calls it? He calls it a snorkel.
Snorkel. It is.
He's like, I gotta bring my snorkel.
My wife said it has helped. I still snore a little bit, so that's why I think my pressure has got to be bumped up.
Yeah.
I got rookie numbers. Bump that pressure up. I wish I could control it, because I'd fucking send that thing to the moon. Probably blow out long.
It just sounds like a fucking leaf blower.
Yeah. And like I don't mind it. I just wish I could go to bed without having to get hooked up, and because I just go into bed and fall asleep. I'm falling asleep quicker every night. The first couple of nights it took me a minute or two.
Yeah.
I've only been doing it for a week now, but because I got it last Monday. But one day I think I might look into other options.
You could get that reconstruction surgery.
Reconstructive surgery, she said. Get rid of your tonsils.
Yeah.
Get a little pacemaker thing in for my tongue, so my tongue doesn't like fall down and block my airway.
Interesting.
Sends like electrical shocks to your tongue. But that's like I think you'd be knocked out for that, for them to install it. It's like goes in your chest right here.
I don't think you need that. No. If anything, I talked to somebody last week or 2 weeks ago that actually had this, like, had that facial reconstruction surgery because they had an underbite.
Yeah.
Or overbite, one of those, and they have braces and stuff. And the doctor, I get them mixed up, but there's an orthodontist and there's a dental hygienist.
Yeah.
Whatever one does surgery, I think it's the orthodontist.
Orthodontist. Yep.
They recommended he has this surgery in order to correct the over or underbite, and with that surgery, it actually, because he was a snorer, it actually prevents the snoring. Fixes the bite, and then there was something else that it fixes. I mean, the dude now has a super chiseled jawline.
That's cool.
But I was telling him that I had a friend that was going through the process of figuring out the sleep apnea thing, but he said the recovery for that surgery was
not worth it.
No, he said it was tough. That they ended up, he got oxycodone or whatever for like the first week.
Ooh, I wouldn't want it. I'd just suck it up.
You may change your mind after.
Yeah.
But that the end result was great.
Yeah.
So it made me think, like, maybe it's not as like crazy of an idea. It's like, do you want to be hooked up for the rest of your life?
Yeah, that's my problem. I'm like, fuck, I'm hooked up this thing.
Or could you do this surgery? Mm-hmm. Getting it approved by insurance would be a different story.
It wouldn't be a jaw thing. She said for me it's an airway, like making my airway bigger.
Really? It's not the roof. You said the roof of your mouth, though, right?
Yeah, like back, like way back.
Right back in the...
Yeah, where the tonsils are and everything. Reconstruct that.
When you just point to the back of your head, I think your tonsils are right back here, bud.
Tonsils like right here. Like they go right into my neck.
Can we see them?
I
can't really see them.
So yeah.
Maybe remove the tonsils?
That's what I was thinking, but how invasive, I don't know. I just don't want to have a surgery and get fucked up or
tonsils are in and out.
Yeah.
I had that when I was like 12.
Didn't hurt? Would they knock you out?
It's sore.
Yeah.
It's like strep throat again.
Yeah.
I got them removed because I was getting strep throat all the time.
Yeah.
But no, it's not that bad.
You know how much of a better runner I would have been if I didn't have my freaking tonsils? Because I could run. I used to run a lot.
Yeah.
Like 5 miles a day type thing. I didn't have fucking tonsils.
I know.
Blocking that airway.
Yeah, that'd be a game changer.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I feel like nowadays, I've heard people say, like doctors and stuff say that they try everything they can to not remove the tonsils. Because we used to think they were just like
Yeah, you kind of need them.
Something that wasn't used, but we do.
Yeah.
They
know.
Dude, they're just fucking pockets of bacteria.
Yeah.
So when they get inflamed, it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try it, but right now it's good.
Yeah. Ride this out for a little bit.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Whatever. The important thing is that you're getting better sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, we got feeling more refreshed and throughout the day, in the morning, right? I don't think I even need an energy drink.
Yeah, that's true.
But I still do it for the taste.
Oh, yeah. Have you tried making love with that thing strapped on you?
I tried last night. She said no. I want to do a little 69, but she said no. I'm kidding.
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah. No, I haven't tried yet. That'd be good porn, though. We could
Right?
make millions on
CPAP? CPAP
what's
porn?
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
There you go.
Call it Only Air.
Only Air.
Only Air, baby.
Or Fans Only. I used to call it that all the time.
Fans
on
Only.
the Fans Only thing? I heard about it.
You're like, yeah, this guy clearly doesn't have an account.
I do not. Never have. Probably never will. I might do my own for feet pics. Sell my feet pics.
Yeah?
Like, what dude wouldn't like looking at my feet?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Finger toes.
Yeah.
I could make some money.
They're definitely
I could retire.
not the worst feet, right?
No. It's unique. A little veiny.
A little veiny.
Toes are long.
That's an interest. We need to have somebody on that.
Does feet pics.
No, that's like that we can get like kind of pick their brain about what they like about feet. Because
I know. Yeah, I don't understand the fetish for the foot.
would it be similar to like there's a lot more that goes into it for me when I see like a good looking woman.
Yeah.
I can appreciate like a cute face, right?
Yeah.
That's like first and foremost. But then like it all kind of goes down to like the way that they like walk.
Okay.
You know, like there's like a certain walk that like
Okay.
certain females do
So
that
you got a walking fetish.
that I like. But like, is it the same or like legs? You know, you see like nice legs on a lady. And
I don't check out other women though.
You don't?
No.
You're
I'm one man band here.
one man band. Well, it doesn't mean you're.
I know.
No, I do all the time. It's
Sorry, Vale.
It's, she's like, it's fine. I don't care. She looks at other dudes.
You know how many girls are gonna be throwing at you?
Why?
Throwing themselves at you with that bike? You're gonna pull up frickin'
Oh my god.
Dave and Buster's and
Right.
fucking go to the bar. Rum, coming in hot. Park on the sidewalk like a badass.
Fucking drop it.
Go
in
play
front
your
of 'em.
games at Dave and Buster.
Yeah.
Or at Lux.
I'm gonna be pissed if that's what it is.
What?
Like if getting a
chick
like a
magnet?
proper motorcycle is gonna be like the chick
fix.
magnet.
So I'm waiting to find out. I guess I should buy one. No, like I said, I'm gonna wait till the kids are up, grown up, probably close to retirement.
Guess I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might. It's like they're not like inexpensive. I mean, you could spend like. I was joking earlier about how much I spent on this bike, but like you could absolutely spend $40,000 on a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, I gotta ask Dylan how much he spent on his or in a range.
Oh yeah, what did he? Does he have a Harley?
Harley like Street Glide or something like that.
Okay, his brother has a
Indian.
a Native American.
Yeah, Native American. Sorry. Yeah, his brother's really into those. But Dylan got a sweet bike. Like the bikes of bikes.
The bikes of bikes.
Yeah.
Is it the one? Does it have like all the bags on it
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff?
got bags and yeah. Let me pull it up.
Do you got any like? This is gonna sound super gay, which I'm totally cool with asking this. But do you have any like updated photos of Dylan? I'm just like super proud of him, like seeing the progress that he's made as a human being.
Yeah, something like that. Same thing you got almost.
I
A
mean,
little more beefier, probably a little bit bigger motor, I would think.
probably. Can I see that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a $23,000 bike.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
But
Is
if I
it-
were to get a bike, it'd be an Indian.
Is this his exact bike?
Close to it, if not. I don't know. It's a Street Glide, I think.
Oh
Sorry,
shit,
Dylan.
dude! I don't know what I did here. Ton of dick pics happening.
I don't have any pics of Dylan, I don't think. Well, maybe I do. I could.
There's some big.
Big bags.
There's some. There's some big bags.
Big bags.
So what? So I want to. This is gonna be a useless information. But you see the engine? You
Yeah.
See how it looks like it has like kind of like some fins in there.
Yeah, cooling fins.
Cooling fins.
Yeah.
So
Cooling.
the guy was asking me at the dealership today if I knew the difference between liquid cooled and open air cooled.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. So his bike, if that's his
Yeah.
bike, it cools down from the open air
Yep.
versus being liquid cooled.
Yeah, because it creates more surface area within the engine to cool that oil that's inside your engine.
Yeah,
The more surface area, the better. So that's why you got the fins like that.
that makes sense.
My lawnmower is the same thing in the transmission.
Interesting.
A whole bunch of fins like that.
So you basically just don't have. I mean, like my bike that I'm getting is like all covered up. You don't need any of
Yeah.
that. It's all internal. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that's.
You got antifreeze.
I got the antifreeze. Yeah. But that's a nice fucking bike.
Liquid cool. Yeah. Let me see. I got a picture of Dylan for you. Hopefully
Right.
it's not too gay.
No, dude. As long as it's not a dick pic.
Not a dick pic.
A D pic. Dylan pic.
Oh, God. These are a lot of photos back and forth. I thought I had one recently of him, but maybe I don't.
We should do like a. We should do like a group.
Well, that's one from a distance.
like
but
a group
see his
text.
build.
God, dude, dude's a fucking brick shit
Diesel,
house.
dude.
Dude, and he's got a gun on him too.
Yeah.
Jesus, they give him guns out there.
I guess. How else are you gonna do? Oh, this is his bike. Sorry, actual picture.
Yeah. Wow. Fuck me, dude. Yeah. Can you see the difference with the? So instead of just that part that comes up
Yeah.
over the light, he's got a whole shield on
thing,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow, dude, that's big dick energy right there.
Oh yeah, all day.
Fucking A, dude.
Got the testosterone flowing.
Dude. What does he sound like? Does he sound like this now?
No,
He's got that deep voice.
no,
Okay.
no. Unless you want him to,
My God.
you could tell him, call him.
Yeah, dude, you think I feel like I'm out of the loop a little
With Dylan?
bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think
give
he'd be,
him a call.
Do you think he'd be opposed to a group chat? Should we call him live? Should we call him right now? Can we call him?
If you want to.
Let's do it.
Want me to call him?
Yeah.
Or if you do it, he might pick up for you.
You're saying he wouldn't pick up for you?
No, he would, but he'd be more surprised. I can do it. I don't care. Want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do it if you want. You're gonna have to put it. You're gonna have to put it up to the. There you go. It's our friend Dylan here.
Hey man, what's up?
Hey man, you're live.
Holy shit! First ring.
First ring, dude. That's love.
What's it?
Yeah, you're live with Nick and Alex here on the Gone Fishing Podcast.
You got me in a bad day, man. I got a sinus infection, so I'm like,
Oh, we'll do another day.
Yeah, we
how
can.
live
Yeah,
are we?
What?
How live are we?
We're recording.
we're recording right now.
Yeah,
Oh, like past tense, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
Is this the first time you've had a caller?
Yeah.
First time listener or first time caller, long time listener.
Is this a Howard Stern show?
No, well, it could be someday.
Okay.
But we were more interested in your bike.
Yeah.
Nick just bought a bike, so we brought you up.
A Huffy 12 speed or something?
Yeah.
yeah.
With the trainers, with the training wheels
Yeah,
on
training wheels, wheelie bar,
it. Yeah.
moped. You know.
Nice.
No, what'd you get? Indian 60 something?
Indian Scout 60.
Scout 60.
You should be calling my brother then.
I know, right? I know his number.
He's not as good looking.
Yeah, we were looking at photos of you.
Which ones?
Where ones you sent me.
Oh, the ones, the naked ones?
Yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Alex was just telling me, like, Alex has been telling me all the work you've been doing, and is super proud of you. But I'm like, dude, you got any updated photos of Dilly? Because I haven't seen him in a minute. But you look fucking great, dude.
Maybe you can send one.
A dick pic?
It could be.
Yeah, I feel like the dick doesn't change much, though, does it?
Oh, yeah, that one's big time.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Well, send it. Yeah. Let's see.
The longer you look, the more it wanders.
Wow. I'm checking it out.
Did you say the longer it looks, the more it wanders?
Yeah, it makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yeah, I'm totally not thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of you and that Harley.
Yeah, I usually wear assless chaps on the Harley, though.
Oh, there you go.
How much does your bike weigh?
Like 960 pounds.
Are you serious?
It's a big old bitch.
Why is that? Why is your bike so much more heavier than what my bike is?
Because it's double the price.
Yeah. Mine's like 580.
You probably need to talk to an engineer over at Harley.
Well, they're next on the call, so thanks. We'll call them next.
Yeah, I would just call her toll-free number.
Okay.
Don't get confused with like Toll House, like the cookie dough company. But
Oh,
Dude, I love Toll House.
common misconception.
The cookie dough?
for them?
What?
Didn't Nick used to work for Toll House or something?
No, a Nabisco.
Keebler. I used to work for Keebler as well.
Keebler, sorry.
Yeah, Toll House. Yep.
He used to have the elf on the shelf with the cookie monsters.
Yep.
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 Yeah, that was back in the day.
That was back in like, I want to say like 2010.
Yeah,
Wow,
2010. Yeah.
2010, yeah.
Yeah, back when you were sleeping on my floor.
Oh, man, that was a good time.
That was, dude. That was a.
I never got such good sleep in my life.
I feel like you're lying, but
Well, are you?
No, I mean, it was better than sleeping outside.
Yeah, it's true.
There were
You
two
got me,
options.
got me there.
Yeah, but you had to hear Val and I banging all the time.
Did you ever watch?
Oh, yeah, I used to watch, like, you know how they have, like, the cracks right at the door? I used to, like, watch the shadows.
Yeah, you crack it open a little bit, it starts squeaking.
Well, he was in the hallway. I think you slept in the hallway at one point.
I think I slept half in and half out.
Where? Nick, what are you not telling us?
Well, back in the day, like, it was a recording studio, too, so I kind of...
That's so cool.
like the security guard of the recording studio. So
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wish we were to take pictures back then, but all I remember is Dylan making he was meal prepping. He was making like raw chicken breast like in a pan with like boiled water.
Oh shit.
He was committed though. He
Yeah.
was super committed.
He's dedicated
Yeah.
to the sport.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll let you go because you're not feeling well. How about that?
Yeah. I was like, we went to Starbucks today, and I was trying to order, and I kept like, because they can't hear me because I can't really talk too loud because my throat's fucking killing me.
You know what
I kept,
fixes
like,
that?
What's that?
What fixes your throat?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like what?
You tell me.
Oh, well, I mean,
Sudafed.
Sudafed or just straight meth.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Recreational.
I kept like trying to take my order, but she was getting it wrong. I was getting so fucking mad.
You should have just did online order.
Yeah.
I should have. Hang on a second. Just done it online, right? While I'm
Or just-
literally up in line.
Or talk to text.
I'll get one of those.
Like Stephen
one of those
Hawking.
things that you know those things that you stick in your throat, like when you have emphysema.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. Wild.
I had to make Leisha order it for me. I sat back. I was like, order before
Just write it down. They think they're getting robbed.
you write it down.
I want everything in your register,
Fuck, that came out wrong.
which is probably nothing.
Everything. It's a cashless society now.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, last person I probably know of that bought something in cash was a Cummins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Straight cash. Brought in duffel bags.
Just
Straight.
give it a few years and we'll be like
Hard cash.
instead of putting cash in a stripper's G-string, you'll just be like tapping your phone on the
their
QR
ass.
code.
They had like the chips in them.
Yeah, like on their nipple, it'll be like, oh, here, dink.
The NFC will be tied into the butt plug,
Oh, there you go. Oh, good idea. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Dude, we got an idea. How much more money? Or have this, like, the QR codes on the stage. You
Yeah.
just ding.
With the name of
And
the
it has, like,
stripper.
a little tally on the screen, how much money she's getting. And it's, like, going up.
If you could do like the thing where you reverse it and ask, like cash app, or you like reverse it and ask them for money.
You dispute it.
Yeah.
I was scammed. She said she was paying for college. I know that's not true.
What if it was? Well, she's like a doctor,
Not gonna happen.
like a fourth-year med student.
Yeah.
With your med student.
Yeah. You know.
The struggle's real.
Yeah. But I know your voice is hurting. We'll let you go. Make sure you send some pics.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna start a group chat so we can all. I feel like I'm just like
Fuck
out of the
around.
loop, and
Yeah.
you know,
You know, we pay taxes, so.
pay taxes. Yeah.
All right.
Love you both. Bye.
Love you. Be safe. Bye.
Ciao.
You heard it first there, guys. That's our friend Dylan.
Yeah. Harley enthusiast.
4 years sober.
Is he?
No.
Oh, definitely not.
No.
4 years sober. That's funny.
He doesn't have a drinking problem, but just, I don't know, that'd be funny to say.
Well, not anymore because he's sober.
No, he's big into whiskey.
Oh, that'll get.
I mean,
you.
his, TikTok handle is freaking whiskey something, bourbon response or something like that.
bourbon. Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Dude, I get emails all the time about messages that go to the
Yeah.
and I'm like, who the fuck
fuck
is
is this
this,
guy?
dude? It's him.
It's him.
Oh my gosh,
Dylan James.
that's
DJ.
funny. Jeez, what a great guy.
Yeah, great.
What a great
He's a
guy.
legend.
He
We
is.
should get to see him more.
I don't think he knows that he's a legend.
He is. So, you don't need to know. That's what makes him a legend, because he doesn't. Do you think a legend goes around saying, "Hey, I'm a fucking legend"? No.
No, absolutely not. That's a big problem in society. We got people walking around being self-proclaimed
Legends.
legends and kings and queens and influencers. You don't. I don't know. It's like you don't wake up in the morning and say, "I want to be a better person from here on out because I want to be an influencer."
Yeah.
You just do what you do, and then people will. There are going to be some people that follow, I guess.
Yeah.
Like people that I don't know who influences you. Alex. Nowadays.
Probably this YouTuber, Cletus McFarland.
He's a car guy,
Car
right?
guy. Big
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
What is he? What about him influences you? What does he inspire or influence in you?
He does everything. Put him in a car, any kind of racing sport, succeeds. Put him in a plane, succeeds.
Wait, in which
Boats.
way? What do you mean in a plane? He flies planes?
Yeah, he's got his pilot license. And he does like airplane competitions and stuff like that, like flying.
Jesus.
Yeah, helicopter, succeeds. Just anything, and just how he turned this YouTube into a business where I don't know, it's just everyone watches. Such a big following from nothing, from being a goofball and still being a goofball.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the way he dresses. He's a goofball. My wife like makes fun. Like, yeah, can you dress a little more professional? Like, he's going to this, going to that. Like, when do you think
No.
you'd get a better haircut or shave?
It's his image.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's what he built it on. And he hasn't changed really. Well, maybe a little bit. He used to be a little more clean cut, but now he's got a mullet.
So he went the opposite direction.
Yeah,
He didn't like.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's like you look at someone like that and you see, let's say, their level of success, their level of fame, and you say, not only does that just seem attainable with just hard work, but you look at that and say, that's like a type of success I would be in fame that I would be comfortable with.
Probably not.
Still, okay. So,
Yeah.
but like he's,
Because imagine you go anywhere, people are probably gonna know you. I wear his shirts and people are like, "Oh hell yeah, brother!" That's his
but
little
that's like
saying.
that's a different kind of fame than like a Taylor Swift follower.
True.
You know, like I don't know as if he's getting like hassled when he's out to eat. Like,
Recently he had to put out a video saying don't come up to him when he's with his kids.
I guess I'm wrong.
And don't like say, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" Don't talk to his kids or
Oh, I gotta see what this guy looks like.
yeah, Cletus McFarland.
Cletus.
This is a goofball.
His so the first thing that comes up is that he's a motorsports racing driver.
Yeah. He's getting into NASCAR now. Like you go from like drag racing, doing stupid stuff. Now he's actually like racing professionally. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's to be honest, he's just like he kind of looks like a Mr. Beast kind of fella.
Yeah.
Like a very average Joe looking guy.
average guy.
That just, just.
Yep. Puts
I
it
feel
down.
like I'm showing too much skin on these legs over
I
here.
like
I'm
doing that.
starting to- it's just like these shorts are starting to creep up and it's
Yeah.
showing my tan line.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what do you think? Like, does it inspire you to like go after things that you want to do, or what?
No.
It just gives you a good feeling.
I want to do so much, but I don't know. I've been really hot. Like, I gotta really do something on the side.
Yeah,
Side hustle.
yeah. Well, is it still?
But why am I so afraid to do it? I know we talked about this in November, October last year.
Yeah.
I just want to make that jump. I won't do it.
What's eating at you? Where's? Oh, they're right here.
Right there. Yeah.
I think I only got one left. What's eating at you? Like if you something that you're still thinking like the window thing.
Yeah. What if I suck at it?
You're not. You haven't sucked at anything you've done in your life.
Yeah, it's true.
You've always succeeded.
Always.
I always looked up to you.
Yeah.
When I was in middle school, high school, because you just had this ability, like I could tell that things didn't come easy for you, but you had this ability to channel your energy in the right direction and properly to succeed
Yeah.
and like pass, to pass school.
Yeah.
Very minimum
Yeah.
level, but
Yeah, I
I
could
looked
have
up
been
to
so
you.
much better though. I feel like I didn't put a lot of effort into school.
which is so funny to
The minimal just to get by, but
to
I ended
see
up
that.
getting I don't know. We don't have that great. We don't have like a 4.0 average in high school. It's like I think I graduated like a 92 overall.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I didn't ever like reach for 100. I was reached for
No.
like
Hey, how can I get through this and still pass?
yeah.
And I did that in everything I've done, like Border Patrol Academy. I just want to get by and get through this, and I had high grades.
You did it.
Yeah. The other academy I went through, I was probably top in grades, or like law portion, written exams. I don't know.
I say you do it, man.
All right, let's do it. Take a loan out, $2 million.
Take a look. Well, you got the truck.
Got the truck. I got the ladder.
Because remember initially it was
That
like,
was the
"Why-
thing.
I don't have a truck.
For the ladder, yeah,
You have the truck.
I have the ladder.
You have the most expensive part of it. Now you just have to do the other stuff.
Set up an LLC, which is pretty easy, right?
Yeah, you could do it
Tonight.
on the computer. I think it's like $250.
Should I have LLC and then do a DBA and under a different name?
I mean, I it's hard for me to give you advice on that because I didn't do that, but I also don't know
What's the point of doing
the
a
pros and
DBA?
cons of
Yeah.
doing that. Because if you're an LLC or limited liability company, you're basically if anything were to happen and a customer were to come after you, they would have to go through your LLC, which is separate from
All this. My
your
house,
individual. They're
my
coming after
cars.
your company. They're not coming
You.
after your shit. So, from my perspective, I feel like that's a good
Enough.
place to start. The DBA I know is cheaper to start off, but I think they can still come after you. So what you're saying is get an LLC,
DBA.
but then the DBA
So I want to have a cool name for the LLC.
you do.
Yeah, I want to do Black North Enterprises because it's kind of got a little. The town I live in now, kind of a little background with it, because Hamlin used to be called the Black North because it was so swampy, so many trees.
Yeah.
Very dark. Probably not much light came in. This is talking probably like 100, 150 years ago, but you probably wouldn't. It'd be all no farmland back then.
Because it was
It was
so
very
wet.
swampy and wet. So yeah, it's called the Black North. So I'd love it to be like the Black North Enterprises, cool logo, like maybe a compass with a arrow pointing north, or the compass pointing north would be the logo, and say
Yeah.
Black North Enterprises. And then DBA would be West Side Window Washing
I don't think that's a
or Window Lickers.
window lick. I don't think that's a bad way to go. I'm just trying to think how I do it. Like I have
And then I can have other businesses off of that. If I
That
want
are
to branch, do
that would
something
be
other,
under
because window
that
washing,
one LLC.
West Side Window Washing would like, it's all he does is window washing.
yeah. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. Because mine is like just Dandeville on Monroe LLC.
See. Did you have to take that from the old owner, or you create your own LLC?
I created my own and then assumed the business under that, and I guess what makes it legal is it was a transfer of
Contract.
yeah, it
Some
was
sort,
yeah. But yeah, no, I think for what you're talking about, yeah, create the LLC, do the DBA. You'd have to create the LLC first, then get the DBA going, put that under there, get a nice yeah. I think that's a good idea. If you do it. You just have to I think you just have to like if you really envision yourself doing it but you're hesitant, I think you should
it.
yeah, you should go for it. I don't think you're going to go wrong because think about it. It's like you bought this truck, right? You bought this truck. You're not going to let yourself fail at the current job that you're at. You're not going to life's not going to kick you in the dick so hard that you're going to lose everything you have. Like you're somebody who is going to make things happen regardless.
Yeah, it's not a big investment to start. That's why I want to start with that. And then branch off to another stuff where I can buy equipment
Yeah.
self-fund it without debt.
Yeah. And just get to a point, like the cool thing about it is, I think what some people may worry about is, like, I think the inevitable, if you're doing good work, is getting too busy, right? And time and time again, we've seen people who run their own businesses, that work for themselves, that just work all the time. I mean, my stepdad did it.
Yeah.
I think he complained about it, but I think he actually just enjoyed it because it kept him out of the house.
Yeah.
But you have the ability to set your hours and set your schedule,
Yeah.
and you set that shit up front.
Yeah.
If you want to work a standard work week, let's say Monday through Friday, and have the weekends off, that's your work week.
Yeah.
You're not putting people in on Saturday and Sunday.
I would have to, though, because I'd keep my job, my Monday through Friday job. For
Initially,
a while.
you're going to have to do that. Initially, there's going to be a little bit of a sacrifice, but, or you do them, you fit what you can, like, after work. However you decide to do it, you start slow, and then when you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm at a point where I have to choose one or the other, then you do it. You make that flip.
Okay.
So, I don't mean, get yourself to a point financially where you feel comfortable. Well, you'll get yourself to a point financially where you
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we'll see. What else can I do, though? Business ideas.
What are you passionate about? So you
Cars.
You love doing cars.
Cars. I don't start my own dealership, like one car at a time. Go down south, trailer, because I got the truck now. I can go get a car or two.
Yeah.
Some clean southern cars.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is not to get cars that are like 10, 15 grand, because it's hard to get a loan for those. Get stuff like, $3 to $5 grand that's fairly clean and sell them on my house.
Yeah.
I probably would need a dealer license for that if I'm doing like one at a time and slowly.
I don't think
anyone
so.
would catch on to that.
No, and I think you're totally allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works to get your auction license.
Yeah, you have to be a dealer.
You do?
Yeah, I have to get my dealer license.
You can't.
But I'd probably try to find deals. Southern vehicles might be a little cheaper than bring it up here and sell for a little bit more because you can't find something clean like that.
Yeah.
But
you
down
can't-
south, they're a dime a dozen.
So, like, could you piggyback off of someone who had a...
Yeah, I could. Yeah. I probably
Like, they could add you as, like, a listed user or something?
Or I could go with them, and then they buy it, and then
Then it just goes from there.
it goes to me. I know someone.
It's not a bad idea.
They have their dealer license. Do I do my LLC out of New York, or do I create an LLC like in Montana? So I'd love to get Montana plates on my cars, so I have to do the emission laws and the tint, and there's people that do that. They set up an LLC out of Montana or Wyoming, another more state that has less regulation, and then you can get your car plated. So I can have like Wyoming plates.
Interesting. And you just use a P.O. box?
Yeah.
How would you get the... this is kind of dumb. There's probably a way to do it, but how would you... when mail goes to...
I'd have to look into it.
Okay. But it's totally possible.
I think I have to do more research. I've done a little bit of research into it because I'm sick of the New York State laws for cars. Like the tint, I think, is the dumbest law ever. I feel you shouldn't... If you're get pulled over for speeding, then you can give me a tint ticket. But if I'm just minding my own business, following the law, obviously tint is against the vehicle traffic law. But if I'm just doing that, why are you bothering me? It's my car. It's not going to hurt anyone.
And if your front window is fully blacked out, then you're just an idiot.
Yeah, that's dumb. A whole bunch of guys that I manage at my work have their front windshield tinted. I'm like, dude, you guys are so dumb. How do you see at night? Like,
yeah.
So I remember I used to have like 5% tint on my Trans Am, but not on the front windshield, but it's on the side and the rear. And doing that, like, holy shit, I can't see shit out of here at night when you're backing up or something. But luckily, that car, it's always in the summer. I'm always driving around.
Yeah.
In the nice weather, so my windows are usually down. Just when you park it makes a nice look.
It does look
adds
nice
to the car.
I mean, when I see people have cars that are fully blacked out, the first thing I think of, you're up to no good.
Really?
It's the first thing I think of. So if anything, tint is just blowing your cover.
Yeah, but I'm a a lot of people I know have tent, and they're law-abiding citizens. Besides
Yeah.
that, because you can't have tent in your car.
Right.
But no, I just want more for the look of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps the car cooler, protects the interior a little more, protects you. So, people can't see who you are. A
Right.
little more privacy and from the sun and whatnot.
Yeah.
But now they have it. You can't get your car inspected because you got tent.
Yeah.
But there's shops that do it.
And
I'm
that's
not going to
just,
say who. But
yeah. Monroe Muffler.
Yeah, right. They would never. Those corporate places.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like a whole fucking charade. I mean, look, I'd love to have my truck tinted out and stuff, but I don't want to have to deal with like, oh, a guy and that whole shit. Because what if I stop knowing a guy?
That's because one of our cars may or may not have tint on it, and if the place I go to, all of a sudden, no, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I guess I would just pull it off and retint it every year.
Yeah. I would have to ask though, because the guy that I know, I think you maybe brought this up. Like if I pull up for an inspection, windows down, all windows down.
Yeah.
Then what?
You got to pull the fuse on the windows, so they have no power going to them. Oh, it's broken.
Well, I mean, would they roll them up to check?
I don't think it's part of the inspection process. Having
Right.
working windows.
Right.
I don't know.
It's just another regulation.
Yeah. The same thing with having a front plate. I think it's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Makes the car look so ugly. You go, other states don't have front plates. Why do I need a front plate? When I'm getting pulled over,
You got to see it from the
I'm
front
never
and
getting
back.
pulled over from the front.
That's a good point. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Why are we doubling up on plates?
Well, I mean, like if you're like driving, and you end up going by a cop who's like in the median or whatever, I mean, they'll look at your front plate, maybe get it from there, but they could always get it from the back too.
Yeah, when they pull you over.
Yeah, I don't really know. We got to be one of the few states that has the front and back.
No, it's probably a mix. I know PA, Florida does. Well, maybe Florida does. I know PA doesn't.
I don't think Florida. I'd have to. I can't remember if I had to send my Florida plates in. I did have to send those in when we left. Georgia, I still have my Georgia plates.
That's cool. Cobb County,
Peach State,
Texas.
March 2017.
Yeah,
Wow.
Texas.
Forgot about that. Texas.
They have the best plates. You can get like all black with white lettering. Sweetest plate ever.
So nice.
I didn't want to spend money back then because you have to pay a little more because it's a specialty plate.
Yeah.
So nice, though.
Also, whenever I see a Texas plate here, huge red flag.
Yeah.
It's like the one plate
What are you
that
doing
people
here?
use a lot of.
What are you doing here?
They're the one. I don't know where they get them from. Probably from Texas.
Maybe they're just up here visiting.
Visiting.
Or they have LLC in Texas and they have Texas plates.
That's a good point.
So they don't have emission
That's a good
inspections.
point. Very good point. I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we're good.
142.
That's good.
It's good. It's a good number.
Yeah. That's looking a little weird right now. But
It is looking weird. It's been a minute, dude.
Oh, there you go.
It's been a. It's the saddest piece of lava I've
Lava,
ever seen.
yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
This thing hasn't been going for like 3 weeks, so.
Yeah, that's probably why. It's a little cold in here today.
But it feels good. Feels good to be back.
Yeah, thank you for.
I thought we were
Listening.
doomed. I thought we were closing down, honestly.
We'll never will.
But
I'll pick up on the TikTok again. I kind of dropped off. I'll pick that up again.
well, yeah, no, I'll have clips to actually post. So.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being continued listeners.
Yeah.
And we love you.
We love
And
you.
Don't forget to tell your mom.
You got to tell your ma. Because if you're not, I'm gonna.
I mean, I know we're fresh out of Father's Day, but tell your mom.
Tell your ma. She's a great woman.
She's great.
Yeah.
Love you guys. We'll see you. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
See you in another 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm on vacation this week, so yeah.
Why, are you serious?
Yeah, we're going to Old Forge on Thursday.
Fucking A, dude. Fucking A.
Sorry.
I gotta do it by myself.
Sorry.